Gregory Mell again, talking about my year 2000 round the world trip. I arrived in Spain from France on the train, and I was updating my webpage as I went along. I thought I was really hip and modern because at the time blogging had just started and I was ahead of the trend. So I'm basing this little video on a page that I wrote back then. I took the morning train from Montpellier, France to Barcelona, It was only a taste of Spain, but I received a good impression, took a few photos, and I really must return. Barcelona is famous for its architecture, especially the Sagrada Familia Basilica. The wonderful thing in Barcelona is not the great concepts as much as the great details. The first few photos are of the Sacred Family Shrine and facade detail. More details of the architecture on the Barcelona streets. They're famous for Gaudi, architect, and his Art Nouveau balconies and windows. As I wrote back then, the stores were closed, but the streets were crowded with people. It was Easter Sunday, but it's also the big Catalan holiday, Dia Sant Jordi, or St. George's Day. The celebration, as I understood it, consisted of a lot of red rose sales and book sales. The girls were giving away internet CDs and red roses. The book tables were a perfect location to take candid photos of the local people. This was on Las Ramblas, which is the main shopping and gathering street, and ended up at the old public market. More streets, balconies, and crowds. Taking advantage of my Eurail pass, I took overnight train. You pay a little extra for the berth reservation, but it was much cheaper than a hotel room. I ended up in Madrid for my brief visit. As I wrote, just one day in Madrid, and most museums are closed on Monday, so I missed the Prado, which I really did want to see. I visited the Modern Art Museum, but no photos were allowed and security was tight. I still think the Picasso is oversold. I visited the Royal Palace, but it was closed due to a reception. I visited some stores, but they were closed in the afternoon. Are you sensing a trend here? These gentlemen were guarding something or other. I really need a guide to world uniforms. Army uniforms in some countries resemble the uniforms of private security guards in other places. In some countries such as Russia or China, where any bureaucrat requires a uniform, all this flash and glitter just makes things confusing for visitors. Some of the best world uniforms were worn by men flashing submachine guns and flak jackets. Usually I avoided taking their photos of those guys. Madrid had big plazas, wide streets, and lots to see in the store windows. There is even a museum dedicated to ham. They're proud of their ham in Spain. As I wrote, rather than just take photos of McDonald's, in Madrid I actually stopped and ate a Big Mac. The Madrid location on the Grand Via was the fanciest fast food place that I've seen east of New York's Broadway. The thing that I find so strange about McDonald's is not its utter ubiquity, but its lack of serious rivals. In USA and Canada, there are many other fast food choices. KFC is common in East Asia, but otherwise, in most countries, there are no serious rivals to Mickey D. This is the end of my brief visit to Spain. Took another overnight train to Lisbon. As always, I appreciate when people click the like button, leave comments, and subscribe to my videos.